Hey everyone, Lone Wolf Jai here, and well, making this video, like I said, a little over a week in advance. Um, so this one, we're going to be getting back into Anastasia. Last one, let's see, we came out of void space into the permafrost empire. And, well, let's see what happens. See what we're going into now. Alright, and we've got another no battle one, so that'll be pretty easy. Let's do this. Reality space anchor attached. Reality verification complete. Establish shadow border's existence. Zero sail, return, successful. I say, I'm alive. I'm alive! My limbs have never felt so solid. It's like I've gained several kilograms since we were in void space. Attention, an armor plate came loose during the re-entry. Further zero sails currently impossible. Please replenish materials and food supplies and perform regular repairs and tune-ups on the shadow water to ensure future safe travels. I see. It's a wonder the shadow board held up this well, given less than ideal circumstances We did it! We're back on Earth! We can go outside! Fresh air at last! I wonder what it's like outside now. I wonder what it's like outside now. We're not bombing around, so I'm probably on land. Quit shoving, I know how you feel, but I can't unlock the door until you settle down. Let's see, first release this bolt. Oh no, I suppose I have to expect this. Who wouldn't be curious about the state of the world now, given the circumstances? It is, after all, our home. We have fought so hard to protect it, the miracle of our return from such a perilous voyage no doubt pales in comparison. Indeed, I would expect nothing less from Chaldea's staff, though I must say, it's a tad too dazzling for me to view directly. I was rushing toward the cockpit's emergency exit. Are you sure you don't want to join them, Senpai? You probably don't going to go check it out right away. Not you too, Solaria. Damn it, what about me? Is it okay if I leave the monitor for a little, Holmes? I want to see what it's like out there with my own two eyes. I'm sorry, Miss McGarry. Someone has to stay here and keep an eye on the monitor. After all, I too have been waiting with bated breath to see what lies on the other side of that door. Oh, is that so? What? Fine, what do I care? I'm just a sad, lonely geek anyway. When you're always gets the shaft, so why should things change now? The emergency exit is opening. Senpai, we're finally going to have some natural light. Light? Whoa! It's freezing! How very cold is it? How very cold it is. How very cold it is. My coat is frosting over. Quick, close the door. Yes, sir. Phew, I thought it was done for. But that snowfield we saw for a brief moment. Man, that was a close one. Good thing I cranked up the heat. Is everyone okay? You should know better than to just open the door the moment we step into it, stop in some strange part of the world. I trust you've all learned your lesson, yes? And we're going outside after a zero sail until we finish checking the conditions around the anchor point. Failing to follow that protocol could be hazardous to your health. Now, are you all ready to hear my report? Yes, I'm totally sorry for acting carelessly. So, what's going on with that blizzard? It's a perfectly ordinary blizzard, just like the ones we're all well acquainted with by this point. There's no atmospheric pollution, and no hostiles in the area. Presently, the shadow border is smack dab in the middle of the blizzard. The odd bit is that it's 100 degrees below zero out there. So if you plan to go outside and want to live more than a couple minutes, you need some serious cold protection. And if that wasn't enough, take a look at this footage. is this? Is that aura? Is it an aurora in a storm? This is like a massive supercell. How am I supposed to figure out what scale within what frame of reference? It looks like it's rather big, but... Oh, it's big alright. Ready to have your minds blown? This storm is literally endless. It covers every inch of Russia, like a wall around the entire world. The aurora blocks all kinds of electromagnetic waves, so it's completely impossible to break through. I can tell some people to write it off as just a storm, but you really shouldn't. This storm can tear a steel apart, level entire cities, even destroy the world as we know it. No wonder people thought it was a god turn during the Age of Gods. Remember, storms are the single most powerful source of naturally produced energy on the planet. And one this massive is bound to be raging around with all the energy of a nuclear bomb. It stretches as far as the eye can see. Humanity has yet to invent anything in the way of a vehicle capable of breaking through a storm like this. Nothing could get through this storm. No weapon, no vehicle, nothing. Which means that even once we get the shadow border up and running, we won't be able to leave this place. In short, we're trapped in a world without world about which we know nothing. Everyone's surprised looks. Now, Gordolf, at least we are no longer in any immediate danger. Flatmouth, the Zero Sail is incredibly dangerous in its own right, since it inverted our very existence to the negative zone. I believe it would benefit our chances of survival tremendously if we were to regroup here. Well, it is certainly an emergency. We do need to regroup. Da Vinci, does the Shadow Border possess the ability to camouflage itself? Of course it does. This vessel is designed to handle the void. It's got tons of features. In fact, it has optical and conceptual thought of camouflage. It messes with all the observer's perceptions and senses. Okay, when did Da Vinci become Gallifreyan? Then for the moment, we needn't worry about danger finding us from the outside. That, of course, does not account for possible problems from the inside. Why do we only have one blanket per person? And why are you being so stingy with heat? Don't you realize it's getting colder in here by the minute? You want us to freeze to death? What other choice do we have, Gordolf? We've got to save all the power we can right now. Deal with it. Besides, the way things are going, we'll probably starve to death before we freeze to death. Since I don't see us finding more food in this mess. So we don't have any left to eat? Don't worry, we still have a little bit left. I'm just saying we need to find more food, and soon. Indeed, food is but one of the several problems we face. Let's take stock of our current situation. I've got a reading on the temperature out there. It's exactly what technical advisor Da Vinci said it was, 100 degrees below zero. No human can sorrow in this. As for our position, it looks like we are somewhere in Russia. Russia, damn, so Holmes was right. We have literally fallen right into the Opatniki's laps. Hang on, how is that possible? I know we were adrift for some time, but how can we reach Russia from Antarctica? We would have had to sail halfway across the world for that to happen. Did void space make that possible? More or less. In void space, real-world distance had no meaning. Instead, the distance we can travel corresponds correctly to the time it takes to calculate coordinates and verify our existence. Now take a look at the paper moon. That's a two-dimensional world map. I can see some locations that seem to be layered differently than the rest of the map. So they are... I didn't notice, so they are. I didn't notice at first since this thing loops around on itself. But you're right. It reminds me of the sentencing letters that caused the incineration of humanity. Though of course the current circumstances differ substantially. The sentencing letters exist as different points in time. a vertical axis. In this time period, these 7 abnormal regions exist simultaneously, and Russia, where we are now, is one such region. Are they singularities? It's too early to tell. Given what Kristaria said during his transmission, I believe these regions are not past, but... God, so cold. But I finished looking over the shadow border. Nice work. You must have been freezing. Even just a few short minutes you were out there. So how's my baby holding up? Well, frankly, it won't be possible to make repairs. For starters, we don't have a logic formula to let us withstand void space, nor do we have the armor plating which we would need to carve the formula into. And well, it's just not in great shape after we overtaxed it. We need at least a little time to get it back up and running. It's so cold. At least not as bad now. It should warm up a little bit once it gets to midday. As long as we avoid working at night, we should be able to get by with just our snowsuits. Glad to hear it. Make sure you grab a hot shower before you catch cold or anything. This is the one time you'll get to rest up as much as you want. In fact, maybe for a hot bath. No thank you. Hot towel will do. We really have to conserve electricity now after all. Good. Let's take matters one problem at a time. At the moment, our most pressing concern is this singularity-esque location. I trust our new director has no issue with us investigating this land and correcting the problem. New director? No, not at all. As a devoted magecraft practitioner myself, I cannot turn a blind eye to this matter. If there is a singularity to be corrected, we must do so simply as a matter of course. Furthermore, the shadow border's armor is damaged, and we are unable to move from our current location. In which case, one of us must venture out and find someone with whom we can barter or negotiate and arrange for a suitable replacement for our missing armor plate, and fix the singularity while they are at it. I've got this. I see you are quite eager to help, Miss Laurie, perhaps even recklessly so, but for the moment I will spare you the lecture. You may not currently have any servants capable of aiding you in battle, but you are still a master. Furthermore, you are far and away the most experienced fighter out of everyone here. At this point, you are the only one we can send to investigate this area. It will be extremely dangerous. As the administrative advisor, I am ashamed I must ask this of you. Will you be escorting Senpai as your bodyguard, Holmes? Naturally. I will do so to the best of my ability. Fieldwork is, of course, one of my many specialties. Now, regarding your mystic code. Wait, that won't do it all. Director Gordoff. Oh, are you one of the precious few fighters? One of our precious few fighters? As the only servant capable of handling the situation, I forbid you from leaving this vehicle. This armored car is the last bastion of humanity itself. There must be a combat-ready servant here to defend it. So you are to stay here and do exactly that. Holmes, understand? That is a direct order from your commander. Oh? If it's just a servant you need, there's no one right here, you know. Or have you already forgotten about me and my genius? You're not a real servant. You're just an imitation who lost any combat ability he may have once had. Holmes is the only real fighter we have. We can't afford to send him out into a dangerous area we still know nothing about. Solaria, during your investigation, you adamantly refused to cooperate with us, correct? Each and every time we asked if you have a certain report was all made up, and insisted that you never actually saved the world. All you said was, Caldeo fulfilled its mission admirably. Heck, not bad for a youngster like yourself. Indeed, I commend your attitude. As such, I see no problem whatsoever with my plan. You are a proven warrior, as you demonstrated by repairing the past singularities. What sort of director would I be if I didn't trust a proven master? A poor excuse for one. That's what. And so I am placing my implicit trust in you. So listen up. You are to go on this expedition alone. The rest of us will relay instructions to you from this operations room. What? You can't make Senpai handle this alone. Does that mean you are withdrawing the testimony you provided to the inquiry board? Where your claims that Chaldea did not had not been sitting around merely twiddling his thumbs for the last year, no more than lies? No. Indeed, both Ms. Solari and the new director are correct. The Shadow Borer's destruction would mean the end of humanity itself. It is indeed important that we investigate this area, but we must concentrate the bulk of our efforts on keeping the Shadow Borer and the paper moon safe. Therefore, I will remain to guard the Shadow Borer and do whatever I can to aid the expedition from here. All that said, the fact remains that it would also be reckless to send Ms. Solari out on her own. It is 100 degrees below zero outside, and there is no telling what else may be lying in wait. Now, I know that. I won't send her off without a buddy. Let's see, one of you call me an old man. What was his name? Saute? Piccata? Oh, crap. Look at those lemon juice. Oh, at 2 Solaria? That's it. Unya. Get your armaments in order and you'll be joining Solaria on her expedition. Yeah, I knew it. Why me? You're an operator. Your job is to man the controls and keep an eye on the monitors. Now the bar is parked. This is simply the best way for you to make yourself useful. Besides, if worst comes to worst, I know someone who can fill in as a driver. I mean, you're not wrong, but damn, I guess I've got no choice. Wait! I'll go with Senpai. I believe that would be the best possible option. For one thing, I have even fewer ways to be useful here than Mr. Muir does. And I can also fight for brief periods, just like I did at Chaldea. I guess that's true, but I am afraid that is a course of action I cannot support. What about you, Da Vinci? I hate to say it, but I do think Solari will need a companion. Mosh is an old hand when it comes to investigating unexplored areas by now. As long as she agrees not to engage in combat as a servant, unless absolutely necessary, and to focus solely on providing support, she's the best partner Solari can ask for. It's not my place to try to stop her. Hey, Mosh. Yes, Senpai? Let's go explore this place together. Of course, Master. I'd be happy to accompany you on this expedition. Good. Fortunately, I expect something like this might happen one day, so I suppose this is as good a time as any to show you the visit code I made for exploring your polar regions. Here you go, Solaria and Mosh. Here's a snowsuit I made just for you. Excellent. Then be off with you. And whatever you do, do not throw your lives away. Understand? You must die. Make sure that you find a valuable lead before you do so. Seriously, you really need to work on your goodbyes. What was wrong with that? Well, that was quite the encouraging speech. Wow, you are serious. You're Noah through and through, aren't you? Amazing you managed to survive this long without dying in solitude. Did you just luck out and get a really good mate or something? I'll have you know I've never expected to experience solitude. Once all my life. My tutor, Tool IV, was so strict, she would barely leave me alone. What an impudent little familiar. If only you acted as cute as you look. So I've got a new Mysticode, I guess. I got the new Mysticode, the new Mysticode that's coming with this singularity. Okay, we got. Oh wow. Got nothing but. Oh god, dang! This is not gonna be good. This is not good. Okay. That's gonna be the next video. Until next time, this is Law Jazz saying thank you all for watching. Take care of yourselves.